AITA for asking my boyfriend not to go to the gym after he was in a car accident. I've been struggling with this situation for a couple of days now, and I'm starting to doubt myself, even though I think my concerns are valid. I'm hoping to get some outside perspectives on whether I'm being unreasonable or if my boyfriend is the one being dismissive of a serious situation. A bit of background about me. I've been working in the healthcare field since I was 18, so for about 6 to 7 years now. My experience includes being a physical therapy assistant, PTA, and I also hold certifications in several other sports medicine-related fields. I've spent time working in hospitals and clinics, often collaborating with occupational therapists, OTs, and I've even sat in on some nursing programs. With a circle of friends who are nurses and doctors, I feel I have a good grasp of what constitutes a health risk and when medical attention is necessary. This past Sunday, my boyfriend and one of his friends were on their way to go hiking when they were involved in a serious accident. They were driving in his friend's truck, and while taking a turn, the truck hit a barrel cactus, causing it to roll over. Thankfully, they both managed to crawl out of the truck with just cuts, bruises, and no apparent serious injuries. My boyfriend insists that he's fine, although he hasn't seen a doctor or any medical professional to confirm this. What really upset me was how he chose to communicate the situation to me. I work as a 911 dispatcher, so I'm constantly aware of the dangers that accidents like this can pose. When I didn't hear from him for 2 hours after he was supposed to have arrived at the hiking location, I started to feel anxious. Finally, I received a text from him with a picture of the truck rolled over and glass shattered everywhere. His message read, "We rolled over on the way to the hike. I'll text you later." I was stunned. I couldn't believe he didn't call me immediately after the accident. If he had, I could have sent emergency services right away. What if they didn't have enough water or had internal injuries that they weren't aware of? Instead, he didn't update me for another 6 hours. When he finally did, he was annoyed with me for suggesting that he needed to get checked by a doctor. Fast forward to today, and my boyfriend tells me he's planning to go to the gym. Given that he hasn't been checked out by a medical professional, I suggested that he should avoid strenuous activity for at least a week. Honestly, I felt like I was being lenient. However, this led to an argument. He insists that he's perfectly fine and doesn't see the need to follow my advice. I kept telling him that while I hope he's okay, sometimes injuries like internal bleeding or muscle damage don't show up right away and can worsen if you don't rest. He was frustrated with me for continuing to push the issue and said something along the lines of, "Why do I have to keep updating you if I'm fine?" But from my perspective, I don't have all the information I need to be sure that he really is fine. I understand he wants to move on and not be held back by the accident, but I don't think I'm overreacting by asking him to take it easy for a week. I'm really torn here. I know he values his independence, and I don't want to be controlling, but I also feel like my concerns are valid. He doesn't even go to the gym that regularly, so I don't see why waiting a week should be such a big deal. But now I'm starting to question myself. Am I being unreasonable for worrying and asking him to rest?